So there we are then, two defending champions safely through to the quarterfinals. On day 4, their work is done. 10 matches to date, 3 women's singles, 4 men's singles, 1 mixed doubles and 2 women's doubles. Each match hosts a top 10 seed from that discipline. We've been treated here. And next up, Sayaka Takahashi, the 14th seed in the women's singles draw, against Saina Nehwal, the 2nd seed, right down the bottom of the draw. That's just one of the many treats we have. After that, we've got 2 women's doubles. Changing the commentary team, thanks to Richard Kaufmann and Steen Pedersen. Now you're alongside Jesper Larsen and Paul Hand. We'll be taking you through the next 3 matches. Delighted to have your company. Do stay with us. We'll be watching this one up next. There's the section of the draw. You can see that Saina Nehwal at the bottom of the draw there. Well, she had a bye first round, as did all of the women's seeds. And then comfortable passage against Chun Un-yi. That was in straight games, 21-13, 21-9. And her opponent today, the Japanese player, 14th seed, Sayaka Takahashi. Well, she won against Sabrina Jacquet in straight games as well, conceding very few points in the opening game, just 8 and then 21-17 in the second game. Winner of this match, I can tell you, will meet Ratchanok Intanon or Linduina Fenetri, or the winner of Michelle Lee, or her opponent from Taipei, the 4th seed. But that'll all be undergoing as the day unfolds. So what a glorious sight it is here in the Astoria Stadium. 4 courts still in operation. That'll soon get down to 2. Had a later start today, but we've had some brilliant badminton in this badminton frenzy throughout the week. Day 4 today of 7 days, of course. We'll be running all the way through to the finals on Sunday, bringing you non-stop wall-to-wall action. These 2 led in by the Japanese player, Sayaka Takahashi, the 14th seed. There she is in black, currently off her world ranking of 17th. Her sister is on an adjacent court in the women's doubles round of 16 as well. And they have conceded the opening game, has her sister in the women's doubles, 21-15. And there is the superstar, the 2nd seed, highly decorated, very experienced, resides in Hyderabad. What a 2015
Yellow,
she's
red.
had.
Red. Yellow. Service. Which side? Side.
So the seed, the higher seed I should say, Saina opting to serve. And her opponent choosing the far end. 3 tournament wins then in 2015, this lady. She won the Indian Open Grand Prix Gold, beating Carolina Marin, no less, in the final, and also the Indian Super Series as well, beating Ratchanok Intanon. And there's her opponent, Sayaka Takahashi. Well, it's going to be a tough ask, Jesper, for the 14th seed, isn't it, to take on Nehwal? They've played 3 times before, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's going to be tough, but still never underestimate Takahashi. She is a very good player, and although she maybe hasn't beaten that many top 10 players, she's still always almost playing 3 sets against them, and if you're not on the top of your game, she's gonna take it from you.
Yeah, the 23-year-old, she lost at this stage last year, so she's got no points to defend in this event. There was her result through beating the Swiss player Jacquet in straight games in 36 minutes. She's had a couple of title wins this year. She won in Portugal in the international tournament there, and Osaka as well, same sort of status tournament, both this year. But this lady with 3 big wins already this year. Super Series in India, Grand Prix gold in the same country, her home country. And also, she won the China Open as well, so she's in fine form. And of course, she's made history in so many ways. She was the first Indian woman to win a bronze medal at the Olympics badminton in London 2012. She also won Commonwealth gold in New Delhi 2010. She was the first Indian to win the World Junior Champion as well, 2008. And the first Indian to win a Super Series tournament, the Indonesian Open, back in June 2009. They've met 3 times before, these two. And I can tell you that the second seed has won them all. Having said that, the last 2 matches have gone the distance. All 3-game affairs back in November of last year and August as well. That was in the Canadian Open and Copenhagen as well. They played in the World Championships actually at this stage. So is there going to be a repeat of the result from back then last year? They've both yet to concede a game in their singles matches so far, though they have both received a bye because they've had the benefit of being seeded. There's the Indian coaching team. Just caught a glimpse of them. Just about to get us underway then. Building up to this women's singles round of 16 encounter between Sayaka Takahashi, the 14th seed. She's up against it today. Saina Nehwal is her opponent, the second seed.
On my right, Saina Nehwal, India. And on my left, Sayaka Takahashi, Japan. Saina Nehwal to serve, low all. Play. Service over, 1 low.
Women's singles match number 50. Umpire of the match, Satyawan Mahado, Mauritius.
2 low.
Jill Crawford, France.
Good start for the 14th seed then.
Yeah, she's trying to take control of the game, trying to get the attack. Saina has a lot of power, and usually she just pushes on. But seems like Takahashi decided that she will also try to grab hold of this match and be the attacking part. But this rally, for example, you can see that Saina is just moving her around, taking control.
Was it you and I that watched Saina yesterday? And she was very, very strong, wasn't she, in her match prior? Looking very balanced, poised, and just strong on the court. But she's up against it from the off, though. Japanese player getting the run of it from the start.
Yes, she definitely is, but I think Saina's just relentless in the way that she puts pressure on her opponent. And as you said, she's so strong, and she just keeps on going for 3 long sets if that's what it's going to take.
She keeps on making history as well, this lady, doesn't she? She had a lot of firsts. First Indian woman to become world #1 in April of this year as well. 16 career titles, so highly decorated, Saina Nehwal.
Takahashi does everything right now. She gets very high at the net, puts pressure on Saina, moves her around, takes the offensive in each rally, and Saina is having really to work hard for it.
Low.
Well, really has hit the ground running here, Takahashi.
Yeah, Saina just having a look at the coaches. She has a hard time finding the back line, knowing how high she's going to go and how long she's going to go, and it makes her a little insecure. And it does make the court a lot smaller when you don't know, or if you don't feel that you can actually play the back line.
Well, she's got one on the board already then. It was a bit of a slow start, but you have to take your hat off to Takahashi. What a start that was. That was a sparkler. 2 wins this year, 1 runner-up in the Malaysian Masters for the younger of the 2 players from Japan, and 4 semi-finals as well. So she's having a good run of it. She's got 8 career titles herself, but predominantly it's at international challenger and Grand Prix level, to be fair. So you are talking about a little bit of a gulf in class there. So she's seeded 14th. She's world ranked 17th at the moment, the lefty. Very good digs around the net as well from the lady in black. And I think as well, when you look at those results, having lost 3 times to Saina, the last 2 were 3 close games. So it seems, judging from the score as well, that she has a lot of belief from the previous matches that they've played. And you know, can she go one step further and actually get the win rather than just a game?
Yeah, but I also think that because she's lost 3 times, then she is quite relaxed, and she knows that she's going to go for all shots. She's going to go for the net and play close to the net, and she's really done that well until now. All the net shots she's made had put a lot of pressure on Saina, and if she can keep on like that, it's going to be difficult for Saina to get into this match.
So 6 points adrift and the number 2 seed. Can she turn things around right here? Oh, that's a wonderful net shot. So tight.
Yeah, she definitely decided to go for this net game, and when you start off having a tactic like that and it then works, then it just builds up your confidence.
Wow, what a start then. As we head for the mid-game interval to the Japanese player. Who would have thought that? Going contrary to the sort of seeding arrangement, the 14th seed, as they head to the break, in a far stronger position, 11 points to 3. Very dictatorial from the off. Short game is just impeccable. Still, early doors, long way to go, of course. We saw this with Carolina Marin. She was taken to 3 games earlier today. That was in the opening match against Pei Yu Po from Taipei. Came good in the end after 74 minutes, when it looked quite academic about halfway through. Suddenly lost her grip, and credit to the player from Chinese Taipei. What a performance that was. Well, the defending champion in the men's event, he didn't have so much trouble, but good performance from his Thai opponent. Tanong Sak in the match prior here, that was good, and that was sandwiched in between was a mixed doubles, where the 3rd seeds came through, Ahmad and Natsir from Indonesia, to the delight of the local crowd. So we've had 3 brilliant matches already. This is our 4th offering of the day of 10 matches we're bringing you. Do stay with us. Well, I spoke of how highly decorated
4,
the lady in
11.
pink is, but we ought really just talk about this young lady a little more. 8 career titles. She made bronze in the Asian Championships 2013 in China, Taipei.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a very good player. I remember seeing her back in 11 or 12 at the Swiss Open, and everybody was talking about this new lefty from Japan and how good she was. And I think most people also thought that she was going to be the new #1 from Japan, but she never really got the rest of the way up there. I think her highest ranking is 8 or 9 or so, and she didn't really get all the way to the top. And she has had a hard time beating the very best in the world. She's winning the smaller tournaments, but if she has to win against several top 10 players in a row, that has been very difficult for her.
6, 11.
Well, second seed starting to get a grip here. That's 3 in a row for her.
Yeah, Saina's going a little more for it now. She's also moving a little faster forward to the net and getting ready for that net game from Takahashi.
Well, I think that's just about 11. The first net error I've seen a Japanese player make. She's been so tidy up there, but as you say, court position slightly adjusted for the second seed now. She's playing better as a consequence as well.
Yeah, in the beginning she also just made easy mistakes, and she doesn't do that anymore now. She was scrambling well the last rally.
Eight, 11.
There was a huge upset actually out on court 2. The third seed from China, Li, has been ousted earlier today, probably about half an hour ago, maybe more now, to PV Sindhu of India, the 11th seed. That was a real turnout for the books. So the third seed of the women's singles draw out.
Service over, 12-9.
6 in a row for Saina Nehwal. That was before the penultimate point there. A little ambitious to play that as a forehand smash.
13-9.
Yeah, the problem for Saina is still that even though she's tried to speed up, her precision is not that good yet. And for example, this drop shot of hers in the last rally was too easy to punish for Takahashi.
Well, it's called long.
14-9.
Anxious moments then for the Indian player.
Just
So familiar with winning against her opponent today. To remind those of you just joining us, she has a 3-love head-to-head lead. But the last 2 of those matches back in 2014 have always gone the distance.
Yeah, but if you look at the last few months or 2015, Takahashi actually hasn't done that well against the top players, and therefore it's also quite a surprise that she's off to such a good start. At the time when they were playing 3 sets against each other twice last year was also the same time as Takahashi was ranked 8 or 9 in the world, where she had her best period.
Yeah, I don't think she's made top 10. She was 11th on April of last year, about sort of 18 months ago.
14.
22-year-old. But I think also what's liberating for her is that she lost at this stage in last year's World Champs. She had a win over Petya Nedelcheva, and then lost to her opponent today. She'd be delighted if she could go one stage further, make it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, but this is definitely the Japanese girls are all of them working so hard and training loads of hours every day, and this is what she's working for, is having results like this one, beating top 3 players.
Well, it was called good. Lines judge signaling hand down. So that's a frustrating lead for Takahashi, that one. As Nehwal, the second seed, is clawing back the deficit. Slowly but surely. That's 3 in a row for Saina Nehwal.
Service over. 15-12. Change.
No, I didn't hear from Steen, who's been sitting here the last couple of matches, how the drift is today, but it's quite strange that Saina's lifting so many shots out of that back line, because normally the drift is the other way, coming towards us here on the camera, and should be able to control it from this side.
Oh, she spilt long. That looks so straightforward as well.
Service over.
She really is a very
13,
physical player, isn't she?
15.
Quite poised and balanced. She's fearsome in that regard. Well, last night in the Indians match prior, she looked in control and really pushing her clears well and very positive with the way she was playing, but there's hesitancy there.
Yeah, Saina still keeps on coming at Takahashi's, trying to attack her, playing a little wild flat smash here, but Takahashi wasn't really ready for that one. Seems like Takahashi maybe started thinking a little bit that she was going to win this first set, and then in her mind blocked a little bit.
Miraculous. What a turnaround. You thought she was deep in that backhand corner off of that lift from Nehwal. Got out of jail with wonderful athleticism here.
And that's a very good shot, but it's also a very short lift from Saina. Look at the place where she's standing when she hits it. She's like 1.5 meters from the back line.
Saina. Do not.
The precision is just not there from Saina. Again, it's a pretty ordinary net shot, and it gets very high, and it's the second time in maybe 5 rallies that Takahashi misses a big chance.
Well, it seems like an eternity ago now that this young lady, Takahashi, was at the mid-game interval 11-3 up. She's only managed to add 5 to her tally. Saina Nehwal has put 13 on the scoreboard. Suddenly, the match has a different complexion now.
Yeah, I have to be honest that I think at the same time also the the level of the game just
17,
lowered down a little
16.
bit. Saina is definitely fighting, and but also struggling and not that precise in her shots and so. But Takahashi started making a few mistakes, and that gave her the chance to crawl back. And you shouldn't give Saina a chance to crawl back, because she definitely will.
Well, that'll stop the rot.
Service over. 17
Locked in
all.
at the sharp end of this first game then. Women's round of 16 encounter, vying for a place in the
Sayaka.
quarterfinals, these two. It's been a tough, scrappy first game, that's for sure.
Do not
Very
push your hand to
watchable.
the this side, okay?
Shot precision from the second seed. A bit scrappy from the start. Slight lack of focus, didn't really see that one onto the racket that well.
No, I don't know if it's lack of focus. I don't see her that comfortable on court. Like she doesn't seem like she believes that whenever she hits it, she's gonna be precise. She has a little insecurity over her in that game, and just looking for some success, I think.
Just wanting an out there. That was a very sort of, she pulled the trigger desperately at the end of this one here, exhausted after a long, tough, punishing rally.
Yeah, she maybe did, but it was also a shot that maybe was worth going for. Look again, she's mid-court, it's over the net, there's a chance. But it wasn't even close to getting over.
Sayaka. All. Play.
So just a 1 point between them. Second seed just 2 points away from the opening game now.
Sayaka Takahashi challenge, ball out.
Challenge.
Yeah, I think Takahashi maybe just a little desperate call here. It seems like that one was out. Looking at the coach, and then she raises her hand.
Sensible chance to go for it though. Such a critical moment of this opening game.
And I think that's also what she knows, is that she probably needs this one. So try and see if she's lucky.
To remind those of you just joining us, Takahashi came off to a flyer, 11-3 at the mid-game interval. She was leading against the second seed. It's really swung around, and it was indeed out. You were right, Jesper.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Might from Takahashi also just be a tactical call, if you can say so, that she's made two easy mistakes the last two rallies, and maybe just wanted this break so she could gather herself and get ready for the end of the set.
2 game points then for the second seed. Well, she'll be delighted inside. Will Sena Nehwal converting that tricky game her way. 21-18. That was a really tough fought game, wasn't it? Having trailed 3-11 in the mid-game interval. Wonderful turnaround, Jesper.
Yeah, she kind of escaped prison there, didn't she? I think she'll be happy with this win. She's probably not happy with her game, but yeah, it's a strange game, I think, because Takahashi starts off so well and just playing perfect, and then suddenly she starts making a lot of mistakes, and it's not like Saina is putting that much pressure on her, but yeah, Takahashi probably won't be too happy about that. She knew she had a good chance there.
There we are, confirmation after 22 minutes then. Neerwal, the second seed, safely with the first game in the bag. They say all good players have to find a way on their poor days when they're not striking the shuttle well. He's done just that.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Saina. Saina, come quickly.
Well, Sayaka Takahashi, the 14th seed from Japan, been as high as 11th in the world back in April 2014. The 23-year-old had a real good, strong position there in that opening game, 11-3 up, but couldn't get to the finish line of that one. Can she do better here? She's lost on 3 occasions to the second seed. The last 2 have been tough 3-game encounters. Yes, but what do you think was the difference that made the difference for the second seed in that opening game? Anything?
I think that Saina definitely kept on going, and she was trying to put pressure on Takahashi. Loads of flat game and trying to hit the body of Takahashi, but Takahashi also. I explained that earlier, that she started off having a very nice net game and played it tight. Then she made one mistake, and that kind of maybe made her a little insecure about the net game. And after that, she started making mistakes both at the net, but also just lifting it wide, clearing it out, and quite easy mistakes. And she had the chance there because Saina was definitely not at the best of her game.
Oh, it's a wonderful smash kill on the off smash there. Brilliantly played. Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? She had the sort of early advantages on this sort of close net shots, didn't she, in the opening game there at the early start, but then kind of lost her way. As you said, there was a hesitancy, a doubt about the way she was playing, and suddenly the door was ajar, and second seed just kicked the door down, frankly.
Yeah, she did.
A little too cheeky with the angle there.
Yeah, but she has to go for it. That was the right shot, I'd say, because if that one succeeded, she would have won the rally. She has to believe that she can go for these tricky shots and also the tight net game, because if she's just playing rallies with Saina is just too strong and too safe, and she'll win that match if they play like that. But yeah, she needs to go for the shots, but she, of course, needs to believe when she's going for them.
I thought that was a pretty decent lift for the second
Kelly?
seed didn't. She crushed it.
Change.
Yeah, sometimes it's also hard to see from this end if the lift is long enough.
4,
Usually you
2.
can see it though when where the player is standing when they hit the smash. This is definitely what Takahashi needs to be ready for. A lot of times in the first set, Saina was making these drives towards her body, and she wasn't really ready for that in the first set. But this time she was anticipating it well and killed it.
Wonderful flick smash there from the Indian. Very alert
5,
now.
3.
The match has a completely different complexion from the opening of the first game.
Yeah, you're right. Saina looks much more comfortable now also. Her confidence is back there.
Where there was positivity, there's doubt in the 14th seeds game. Takahashi. Those 3 losses maybe just eking their way into her mind.
Yeah, once again, Saina going for the body, and she's
7, 3.
not ready for that one, and maybe doesn't really have the right technical shot either to get that one back. And that's also, of course, why Saina is going for it, is that she knows that this is a chance of scoring points.
Jesper, you said something really poignant earlier in this match. You said that Saina's shots from the start weren't really that precise. It seems that there's been a turnaround in that regard.
Yeah, it's definitely helped her, especially her net game now is better. I think she's still getting into this game, and as I said just before, she's more confident now, and I think she will also look sharper and more precise here the next or the rest of this match. But she also gets some help from Takahashi once more. She makes a quite easy mistake here at this drive, and Saina will keep on driving at her as long as Takahashi makes mistakes like this.
And single match number 56. Vista, New Zealand, and the services, Wakiana, Indonesia.
Yeah, the drift just carrying the shuttle from left to right. And she looks a little frustrated now. Body language isn't great from Takahashi. But it's been a tough match for her. She hasn't been able to get runs of 2s and 3s and 4 points together the way she did in the half of
the attack. She needs to make these close or tight net drops and take charge of the game. And right now she's just playing along, a little afraid of making a mistake, and then ending up making mistakes anyway.
Certainly now the second seed's being a lot more imaginative with her play, but as you say, she's been allowed that time and space on the court, courtesy of Takahashi.
Yes, gotten some nice points by easy mistakes from Takahashi, but this rally she just played Takahashi, tried to keep the net, keep on playing it tight to the net and see if she can make points.
Well, where she did so well, now she looks a forlorn figure, body language sort of slumping. She's only young, 23 years old, but needs to pick up in that regard if she's seriously to contest this. Look at that slump on the left of the net there after that point. Not the best of body language. Come on, there's only a deficit of 5 points here. Surely she can dig deep and find that little extra.
And still, she must have expected coming into this match that she was going to be under some pressure and probably not leading all the way through. So of course, she should still fight and still believe and not hang with her head like she does now.
Well, that'll help her cause.
Service over. 6-10.
Accurate smash from the lefty from Japan.
But I really think that the reason why she's reacting like this is that she knows that that first game was, she had a good chance. Saina was not playing too well, and she's disappointed that she didn't take that chance when it was there.
Yeah, that frustration has contaminated this second game. Saina Nehwal got that one all wrong. You rarely see that.
7-10.
Yeah, she didn't know whether to hit it or not. She's like trying to get ready, and then she thinks, it might be out, and gets it right in the head.
Oh, she's found the line again.
Saina Nehwal, challenge, called in.
We're going for a challenge. Saina Nehwal immediately throwing her arms in the air as if to say, I want to challenge this. What's your take, Jesper? I thought it was on the line, but it was...
Me too, yeah. We're sitting just long line here, and it looked in.
It was an edge at best, though, to be honest, I think. It was close.
Yeah, you're right. But Saina, maybe she still got 2 challenges left, so she maybe also thought, why not just try it and see if it works. And that is close.
So 2 telling smashes find the lines from Takahashi. To her delight, I'm sure. We've been on court for 34 minutes now.
10. Saina Nehwal, 1 challenge remaining. Play.
Some mouth-watering matches here today. This is the 4th of 10 matches we're bringing you on round of 16 day. My favourite day at any tournament, where you have really got rid of the sort of lesser players, and you've got some of the better players going toe-to-toe with some very strong opponents who have won matches as well. So always love watching the round of 16.
Yeah, you're right. The round of 16 quarterfinals, you definitely see some good matches there. There are lots of players still in the draw, many players from different countries, and still.
Service over.
Oh, that was
11,
tight also.
9,
And still,
interval.
you will have very good matches, and people are not that tired yet also, and that also makes the game better.
Yeah, absolutely. Well worded. Of course they are. They're reasonably fresh, aren't they? And the Seeds have had the advantage in the women's draw, that is, of a bye, of course. But in the men's, not so. Only Chen Long got the bye.
Please do back of the court.
Didn't he look sharp earlier today? We were watching prior to coming on air, and, well, he looks in good form. And unusually, we were looking at his body type, and he's very, very strong in the quads, isn't he?
Yeah, he has such good balance.
Back of
I
the
think
court.
I've never seen anybody on the tour or now or in the past having a balance like he does, and he's a big guy.
Court
Like,
1,
he's
20
probably
seconds.
83,
Court 1,
84
20
kilos,
seconds.
so has a lot to carry
Court.
compared to many of the other singles players. But he is so strong and so well balanced on the court.
It's almost like it would take a truck to push him off
Thank
balance,
you.
wouldn't it? He really is a very high power to body weight ratio. Anyway, turning our attention back to this women's round of 16 encounter. Saina Nehwal has turned a big corner.
11,
She's got the first
9.
game under her belt, and she's 2 points ahead, 11-9 in the
Play.
second game as we resume after the interval. Good decision from the
Service
black-shirted
over.
Japanese
10,
player.
11.
Yeah, Saina again tried a couple of times driving for the body. Takahashi was defending well this time.
Well, that's the first
11
time
all.
this game I think she's won 2 points in a row,
Sayaka.
Takahashi.
Okay.
In this set, you mean?
In this game, yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely played. Finding a stride again now. Confidence is
12,
coming back.
11.
Now, whether that's just a little bit of sort of mental dynamic, does she really, really believe? That's the question on everybody's lips around here now. Has she got what it takes to win another game? She's done so twice before in their previous 3 head-to-head meetings, Takahashi.
Yeah, she seems like the coach kind of helped her in the break and gave her a little more confidence. I also think that Saina has been attacking too much into that forehand. I think if she's going to make those drives, and so Takahashi's ready in the forehand now, she has to put it on the right side of the body of Takahashi when she hits.
Just like that, on cue, she heard you.
Service over.
That was close to the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, but she's not challenged. She just wants to change the shuttle
Yeah.
and go for the faster model. Well, it's called out.
13-12.
Takahashi opting not to challenge.
That's a good call by the line judge, but this rally was, both of them had some really good shots in this rally, but also a very good defense from both of them. Nicely played by Takahashi, it's just unlucky.
Good strength from Takahashi, very good in the legs there, covering a lot of court, as indeed was the second seed. That was a terrific angle there. That was really, really straining for the second seed, that one.
Yeah, that's good balance and good techniques in that net shot. And again, this rally, she's trying to keep that net, playing it close to the net, keeping the attack so she won't have to lift to Saina, and Saina can't get that attack in.
Service over. 14-13.
Reassuring nods then from the Japanese coach to his charge.
You can just, yeah, I'm having a look at the coach down there, the Japanese coach, and he's like, take it easy, don't go for these shots. It's into the drift, just keep on playing it straight and then take away the net.
I got sweat in my eyes. I need the towel, please, please.
More.
So there we are, Please successful, fresh-faced, 23-year-old, clean of sweat.
Yeah.
Just spilling wide with that smash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gives a lot away with her demeanor,
Thank
doesn't
you.
she? You feel as a mature, really mature competitor doesn't do that.
No, it's she's a little unusual compared to some of the other Japanese, where it's very hard to read the body language
16,
and see what they're actually thinking. And this one also is a little more attacking style player than some of the others, who are more basic but just move so well and never make mistakes. This one makes winners but also mistakes.
Yeah, well played, didn't she? Closed the net down well
So
there.
it's over.
Followed up on a
14,
smash immediately.
16.
Yeah, she definitely has a good attack, and once again, that is the style she needs to beat Saina.
So it's over. 17, 14.
Well, they always say if you want to win gold, you've got to get past the best. And this is a great example of that. At some stage in the draw, you're going to have to scalp a senior seed. Opportunity here for Takahashi, but can't quite get her A game up together. And the pink outfit
18,
of Sina Nehwal
14.
cruises on forwards on the scoreboard mercilessly.
Yeah, this lift a little too short, and Saina ready gets underneath it and just punishes down the line.
Just toppling off balance there as she struck that final shot. Japanese player
19, 14.
suddenly now. Sina Nehwal 2 points away from the quarterfinals of the 2015
Sayaka.
BWF World
Takahashi.
Championships.
Yeah, in the first set, Takahashi got a lot of help from Saina. She was not playing that precise, and she made quite a few mistakes. But this second set, Saina's just been stable. If Takahashi wants to win points, she needs to make them on her own. Saina's really not helping her a lot, and that's also why she's leading Saina.
20, match point 14.
So, match point opportunities, 6 of them for the second seed, who's acquitted herself very, very well out here. Strong performance after a bit of a slow start. Can she convert one of these?
Game.
Only needs one. Sina Nehwal, the second seed in the women's singles draw, safely through then. 21-18, 21-14. In the previous head-to-head matches, in the last 2 matches that they've played,
Do
she
not
needed
put your
3
hand
games
to
to
the
get
side,
through
okay?
against this
Like
current
this.
opponent.
Okay.
Not so today. A
Match
very
won
strong
by
performance from the
Saina
second
Nehwal,
seed,
21, 18,
despite a
21,
slightly
14.
slow off the mark first game. She was trailing 11-3, but turned it round very, very well. Delighted, smile, acknowledging the fans, and they've been brilliant, haven't they, throughout? In fact, the crowds have really been building day after day. I'd say today we're half full. Certainly hits you. It's a wall of noise when you come through into this arena. Wonderful atmosphere, and the players love playing in this sort of environment, don't they, Jesper?
Yeah, they definitely do, and the noise they can make. Just before coming on here, we were sitting down among the crowd, and they were so noisy, we were looking so much forward to get up here.
So it's going to be Bae Yong-yu from Korea or Wang Yihan from China, who will await the winner of this one. But we will be turning our attention to a ladies' doubles following this. So do stay with us.
latest doubles went out. Her sister Takahashi also went out against 2 unseeded Malaysians.
Yep. So next up is women's doubles. Lee and Shin against Retiul and Pedersen. Friends of yours, Jesper.
Yeah, that's true. Compatriots from Denmark and seeded 4. It's going to be very exciting to see. Normally the Danish players do well in halls like this, fast hall. You have to use tactics because of the drift in here, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
And they're one of only 2 surviving European pairs with the Dutch team, Muskins and Piech, the 9th seeds. There's their section of the draw. You said something really interesting, didn't you, about the Chinese haven't played 10 tournaments, so the seedings kind of feel not artificial. That's a disservice to the BWF, and it's not meant that way. But of course, a lot of the Chinese pairs have only played 6 and 7 tournaments, haven't they?
Yeah, they have swapped a little around with the players and been playing different partnerships, and this means that some of the, I think it's 3 pairings out of in top 10. From China has had 6 and 7 tournaments, and this means that they need a quite high average when all the others have 10 tournaments to count from.
So you saw their section of the draw. We are at the bottom of the 3rd quarter of the women's double draw now. And here come the Koreans, with a wonderfully warm reception, followed by the Danes.